Hello and welcome to Shikimoto. Today we're doing a unique blog on car insurance because I know a lot of you have some questions about car insurance, how it works, what you can do about it to get better car insurance, etc., etc. So today we're interviewing Chelsea, who lives in Kentucky, and she's a property and casualty insurance agent. So she's going to answer all of your car insurance 101 questions and frequently asked questions that you may see online or may have for yourself. So let's get to it. Hi, Chelsea.
Hello. Hi, Caroline, and hello, Chic Moto viewers. I have a list of 10 questions here that are frequently asked questions in terms of car insurance, and I'm going to try to explain a few things to you all that may be a little confusing to those of you who have not read hundreds of pages about car insurance.
Me included.
Many people included.
Yeah.
So, question number one I have is, what is uninsured motorist coverage? What that is something that can be added to your insurance policy, and it will cover certain medical bills and bodily injury bills that happen if someone that causes an accident with you, so it's the other person's fault, and they do not have insurance at all. Yes, some people do that.
Yep.
So this protects you. It won't fix your car, but it will fix you. So
which is what you need in an accident.
So just in short, if someone does not have insurance and hits you and you are injured, uninsured motorist coverage will jump in and pay for certain medical bills.
Okay, good to know. I did not know that. Okay. And the next one I have is, what is the difference between comp and collision coverage?
Okay, so comprehensive and collision coverage are the two coverages that make up the phrase full coverage. So they are two completely different coverages. Comprehensive is, I guess we call it acts of God. So if a rock flies up and hits your windshield, if someone keys your car, if your car is stolen, things like that is comprehensive. If it's collision, that's a little more self-explanatory. If you hit a car, a deer, a pole, a garage door, just something that you hit with your car or that hits your car, that falls under collision.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and then how does full glass coverage work? I've actually never heard of this term.
Yeah, so that actually falls into the comprehensive realm. Okay. So if you have comprehensive, let's say you have a $500 comprehensive deductible. If a rock hits your windshield and it spiders out and it's all ugly and you have to get it replaced, you actually don't pay a penny towards your deductible at all, or the replacement of your windshield or other pieces of glass in your car. So as long as you have comprehensive, you don't pay a penny to replace the glass.
Oh, wow. Do I need more than the state minimum coverage?
All right, now technically, if we're talking legally, no, but I say yes, and this is honestly not coming from a salesman's point, because the state minimum in Kentucky, for example, is $25,000 per person bodily injury, $50,000 per accident, $10,000 property damage. Now, let's think about it this way. I, just for example's purpose, I drive an $80,000 Mercedes-Benz, okay? You wreck my car. You have $10,000 of property damage coverage. You are now responsible for $70,000 out of your back pocket to fix my car that you took. So, it's not recommended by me that you have state bare minimum. I'm more comfortable with 50,000, 100,000, 50,000. Yeah. Limits go all the way up to 500, 500, 500,000. That's actually what I have personally. Yeah. So,
well, you never know what you're going to hit.
So what?
You never know what you're going to hit.
You really don't. I mean,
yeah.
You the 98 Buick and you could hit the 2017 Tesla. Yeah. You don't know.
Yeah. No, thank you. Okay. What's the next one? Does my car insurance cover me when I rent a car? And I know a lot of people have this question because especially when people travel and the agencies at the rental place are always after you on gas and getting extra insurance and getting this and getting that, and it just adds up and your bill is like 10 times more than you predicted. So this is a very popular question.
Yes. So, okay, your car insurance that you have currently does transfer over to the rental car, and that is because it is a temporary substitution vehicle. So if you're driving it for 5 days while you're in Florida on vacation at the beach, that's fine. You don't have to buy the rental agency's insurance coverage. However, what their coverage is called, it's called a damage waiver. What that will do is that will take any damage claim off of your insurance and onto this policy that you purchased. So it can go either way. If you're confident that you're a very good driver, nothing's going to hit me, I'm not going to hit anything, then go ahead and use your insurance. But just know that if you hit something or someone hits you and you need to fix that rental car, it's on your insurance policy, and it could possibly be called at fault. So be very careful. Look at the prices and the costs of both and the duration of your rental vehicle use.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Are no fault and personal injury protection the same coverage?
They are. So they're used sort of interchangeably, and it's often referred to as PIP, personal injury protection, PIP. So PIP will cover injuries that you have incurred in a car accident that was someone else's fault. So if someone else hits me and my arm is broken because of it, then the other person's insurance should pay to fix my vehicle. However, I can send my medical bills to my car insurance company under the PIP. It doesn't matter. That's where no fault comes in. It doesn't matter whose fault. If I, as the owner of the insurance policy, have injuries, they can be filed and paid for under PIP.
Right, which I guess is why a lot of people say even if you aren't injured in an accident, go to the hospital anyways and make sure you're 100% checked, like everywhere, every way, because if for some reason you are injured in one slight way, then your insurance should be able to cover it, so it's no cost to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. When do I file an auto insurance claim?
Okay, this one can be a little tricky because there's a couple different moving parts to this. Number one, remember we talked about that full coverage? If you don't have collision coverage on your policy and you are the one who hits someone else, your insurance company will likely not help you in fixing your car. In which case, you would file a claim to fix the other person's car, but it's not going to help you. Then on the other side of the table, if you have full coverage, let's say you have a $1,000 deductible. The damage only comes out to be $750 estimated. You also would not file a claim in that case because it's not going to hit your deductible. If it's over your deductible, or if there are injuries involved, you should file a claim in either of those cases.
Right. Okay. And then what's the difference between bodily injury coverage and medpay?
So the difference between these two is whose injuries it pays for. Bodily injury is part of the liability piece on your insurance policy. That will pay if I hit you in my car and you are injured, my bodily injury will pay for your injuries.
Okay.
Now, let's say at the same time I need stitches because a piece of glass cut my leg or something, then MedPay would cover mine. It's along the same lines as PIP. There's different coding and categories that the hospitals and doctors will use to give us.
Okay. And do you know if these are included in regular insurance or are these normally added coverages?
These are generally legal minimum.
Right, legal,
coverages.
Yeah, because you're injured. Right, okay. Does my car insurance cover bodily injury and property damage?
Yes, so again, that's the legal minimum insurance policy that you have. You're mainly trying to make sure that you cover if you cause someone else injury or damage to their vehicle. The whole point of insurance is to bring you or the other person back to the state that they were in prior to the accident.
Right.
So you're not supposed to make money off of an accident, but you also don't want to be in a hole because of the accident. That's the point of insurance.
Exactly. And keeping it fair and balanced.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So the last question, and this is another one that I'm sure people get questioned a lot about because, you're driving family cars all the time. So does my auto insurance pay if someone else is driving my car and they were to get in an accident or whatnot?
Yes, so as long as someone has your permission to drive your vehicle, then they are always covered. So let's say I let you, Caroline, drive my car and you crash it.
No. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but if you did,
Yeah.
you would be covered because I said, yes, you may drive my vehicle.
Oh, wow.
If
Okay.
someone steals it, then
Right.
we
It's
get
not
into a
covered.
little trickier situation because a car theft goes under comprehensive, and that would be something your individual insurance company would have to detangle.
Right.
And then I would also say if someone's a regular exposure to your vehicle, a regular driver, they should be added with their date of birth, name, and driver's license number to the policy as a driver.
Right. Because then you just never know. Sometimes people will freak out if they let someone drive their car. Then when asked if, oh, well, did you give them permission? They're like, oh, no, because they think they're going to get in trouble. So, yeah, I would agree. If someone's driving your car regularly, then I might as well add them to the insurance claim so people know, just in case. Don't want to get screwed over there. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you. Those are the 10 most frequently questions that I know you see a lot, and I know I've heard of some of them, but not all of them. So I'm glad they were all cleared up. And if any of my subscribers and viewers have any other questions for Chelsea, you can email me at caroline@chicmoto.com, or you can comment below on this video or in the blog post for any other questions that you may have answered. Thanks so much. Thanks, Chelsea.
Thanks, guys.